All right, yeah. Okay, question is how can I practice more gratitude in my life? Okay, yeah. What is actually the gratitude? Uh the gratitude means like that ki, like how good person you are. Okay. How good person you are means like that ki, okay. So um I'm just giving you examples so that you could understand. Okay, I didn't know about the proper definition. Okay, yeah, but I could give you the proper example so that you could understand. All right. So I am at the highway. Okay, I seen there is a blind man who want to cross the highway. Okay, so I help that particular man to cross the highway. Okay, because he was blind, he won't be able to see the traffic and everything. So I guide him that ki go this way, that way, that way. Okay, yeah. It represent I am a good person. Right? Yeah. There are so many ways. Okay. Example is that ki helping my mother to walk. Okay. Yeah. Helping my father. Not only just helping, but as also is this thing sometimes giving little bit of compassion to the other. Like basically say some sort of good words to other. Like basically just say that ki like basically just give little bit of like tarif. What's the tarif? Tarif means like that say good words to people, like basically you are the really good person, this and that. Be like not just kind of like a something, just don't be a fake, just be kind of like a genuine. Okay, genuine, say good stuff about people. Okay, yeah. Help other. Okay, when the people really need you at the particular period of time, you help them. Okay, so basically when you do this kind of like a something activity, like a indirectly just helping other. Okay, yeah. So that means you are a good person. Okay, that means you have kind of like a something good gratitude. Okay, gratitude is meaning is something like that ki how much you kind of like a something really helping to other. Okay, yeah. Your friend, family, everything. All right, yeah. So it's kind of like a represent how good person you are. All right, yeah. So question is that ki how do I supposed to kind of like a something really practice more gratitude? Okay, yeah. How do I supposed to do that? Like how do I supposed to increase that gratitudeness or increase that kind of like a something really um, good person? Like how do I supposed to do that? How do I? It's a how do I supposed to do that? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you about the reality. Okay, yeah. What I am being through. Okay, yeah. What kind of like a something the reality exists and everything. All right, yeah. Helping people is good. Yeah, definitely is this thing. If I am at the highway, if I am seeing there is a blind man who want to cross the highway, I definitely help that particular person to kind of like a something cross the highway. Okay, yeah. If I am at the elevator and there is a some certain person who want to come to the elevator and he wants to say stop, I stop the elevator. Okay, let him come. Okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing, if someone is actually walk cross by and he drop his phone or wallet, I give him excuse me sir, you drop your phone and wallet. I will kind of like a bring him to the wallet and phone, like this is your wallet, you drop it here. Okay, yeah. So this kind of like a stuff I would do. Okay, yeah. Regarding about my family, definitely is this thing. My mother is a kind of like a doing lot of work. Okay, yeah. So I will definitely help little bit. Okay, like just not that much, but still the things that I could do, I could do that. Okay, like help or cooking or something like that. Okay, same goes with my father. Okay, same goes with all the family member. Regarding about friend, okay, yeah, if that particular friend really required my help, I would do that. Okay, I would definitely do that. Okay, yeah. So these are kind of like a stuff that I would do. Okay, yeah. So it kind of like a tell me little bit of gratitude in myself, a kind of like a something good person in myself. Am I that person? Yeah, am I that person? Okay, yeah. But now I'm gonna tell you the reality in the real world. What is actually the real world? Okay, yeah. So in the real world, okay, so you actually always try to help other. People are kind of like taking it very casually. What's the taking for granted? Okay, yeah. What's the taking for granted? Okay, yeah. So I'm giving you example. All right, yeah. So there is a friend. Okay, so he has a wedding. Okay, definitely he has a lot of stuff to do at his home. So he really required your help. Okay, he call you. You went there. You help him. Okay, yeah. At that particular situation you help your friend regarding about his wedding and all those things, that is okay. Okay, yeah. Now after a month he also kind of like a say that ki by basically is this thing that ki like घर पे आजा. ओके, लाइक बेसिकली इज दिस थिंग, घर पे सिलेंडर खत्म हो गया है तो आजा मेरे हेल्प कर ले. तो ठीक है चलो या लाइक बेसिकली इज दिस थिंग. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज एक्चुअली इज दिस थिंग, you are actually helping all the possible thing. Okay, like basically what is at least this thing. Then somehow he was kind of like a say that कि भाई like मेरे घर थोड़ा सा like किराना खत्म हो गया है, like groceries are kind of like went out, so would you bring it out? Okay, तो मार्केट में है तो मार्केट से लेके आ. So would you do that? Would you help him to kind of like bring his grocery at his home? Like would you do that? Like he was at the home, he could do that, but he was kind of like telling you, could you do that? Now at that time that person is kind of like taking granted of your help. Okay, and these person are definitely are exist. Okay, and these person are kind of like something very nearby. Okay, yeah. You are sorry, you are kind of like helping him for kind of like something as a friend, as a kind of like something a gratefulness or something like a, yeah, as a person, as a kind of like something that ki ha chalo he really required my help, so yeah. But he was taking granted. Okay, like basically he was asking to bring your groceries at his home. Like he was not doing anything, he is at his home, he could kind of like bring his grocery by himself, but still he won't. And he asked you that ki you are at the market, so it's kind of like something easy for you, so could you bring groceries to at my home? Okay, so that is not okay, yeah. It's a kind of like a something, it's depend on who you are and what you are. Okay, yeah. Example is this thing, if that particular person is your brother, like elder brother, then probably you could do that. Okay, yeah, because but somehow at particular situation now, like I don't know. Okay, yeah. What should I supposed to do? Like if I am at that particular situation, and if someone who's kind of like telling me this is like bring the groceries at my home or something like that, I would definitely say to him, to that particular person, that ki like listen, okay, yeah, I am helping you with this stuff, that is okay, as a friend I could do that, but I won't be able to bring groceries at your home. No, if such thing is kind of like a not gonna happen by yourself, then call me, then I will help you. Okay, yeah. But it's just like that you are kind of like a staying at home, you could do this thing by yourself, but still you are asking me to do your stuff. I will not gonna do that. Okay, I will not gonna do that. I'm not kind of like a something just free for you and do kind of like a something stuff. And I'm gonna say this thing very precisely, very politely, and in front of him and face to face. Okay, yeah. So that that person will not gonna kind of like a something like just say this thing again. Okay, he will kind of like a call you whenever help is really necessary, and I will giving him help. Okay, yeah. So be grateful is really essential for the people who really need it. But the some people who are actually taking granted for that particular stuff, then I would kind of like a simply say, I would kind of like show him little bit of boundaries. Okay, that key, this is the boundary that you shouldn't supposed to cross. That's it. It's a reality fact, by the way. Okay, yeah. But it kind of like a something different. Okay, different means like that this situation is a kind of like a something different from person to person, situation to situation. Example. Okay, yeah. So I'm kind of like a giving this like a earlier example that I kind of like a mentioned to you is kind of like a something as a friend relation. Okay, like the person who is kind of like a saying me to bring grocery, is this person is a kind of like a something a friend. What if that person is a family, like that person is your elder brother? Okay, So would you say? Definitely I would say that ki bhai, you are kind of like at your home, you could do this thing. Okay, yeah. What if that person is your father? Could you say? No, definitely not. Okay, if my father says me ki bring the groceries at home, then I would definitely bring groceries. If mother was there and mother was saying, bring this grocery at home, would you do that? Definitely I would do that. Okay, yeah, mother, father, definitely. If my sister tell me to do some sort of groceries, then I would say that ki okay, let's do this. Okay, yeah. But if the friend says this to me, like bring the groceries at my home, would you do that? Well, at first time I would do that, but at second time I would not. I would kind of like telling him this, and yeah. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. You are a kind of like a something like employee of some certain company. Okay. And there is a some sort of manager of your company. Okay, yeah. Now manager is kind of like a something like telling this thing to you, bring this grocery for the company. Okay, yeah. So would you do that? Definitely. Okay. Yeah, because in that particular situation, na, I am bounded by this particular company. I am bounded by this thing. Okay. And as also the manager didn't really want that particular grocery for particular grocery or particular stuff, not for his home, is for the company. So instead of kind of like a something like just ignoring the fact, no, I would do that. Okay, because I would bound it in that particular thing. If my manager is constantly kind of like a telling me do this thing, do those thing, I would do that. Okay, but still at that particular time I just have to figure it out or find out that key the treatment that I getting from the manager is kind of like a same treatment that I'm getting of to other employee or not. Like if the other employee are not getting that treatment, then probably I would tell that manager to say this thing ki like sir, you are kind of like giving me a lot of responsibility regarding about stuff and stuff. Okay, yeah. And as it compared to the other person, you are not giving other to that much responsibility. Um so why? Okay, yeah. Like basically ask the reason for it. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of like a something is this thing. Okay, yeah. Like if the person is actually taking granted for you, then you should supposed to understand who you are and who the other person is. That other person is your parents, then probably you could do that, because parents will not gonna take granted for the rest of the period of life, because they, no, they are not, they are parents. Okay, yeah. But other than that, okay, like your friend or your kind of like a something employee, use your thought process, use that key. Like is it kind of like a something, like at the first time you would do that. Okay, yeah. As a first time you would kind of like provide your help and something like that. Okay, yeah. But it kind of like a things are always happen, then probably you have to tell him face to face directly. Okay, yeah, ki like the stuff that you are saying regarding about do this, do that. Okay, I will not gonna do that. Okay, being politely, like basically while you are saying this thing, like being politely that this is the stuff that I didn't like it. Okay, yeah. So this is what it is. Okay, it's not kind of like a something just giving a little less grateful or little less kind of like a something like what is the word that mentioned, a gratitude. No, it's a kind of like a something that key, um self respect and gratitude, there are the two things. Okay, yeah. You are kind of like a giving help to the other as kind of like a something for as a good person, as a gratitude, that is okay. Okay, yeah. But at some certain point you have to be kind of like a something self respect too regarding about stuff and stuff. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, it's not kind of like a something that key, a kind of like a straight line that you shouldn't supposed to be crossing this and that. No. Okay, and if I say this thing and you have to follow this thing, that is also not. Okay, you have to understand who you are, what is the situation, who is that person, everything. You have to understand all the consequences gonna happen with you, with that person, with the situation, and everything. Okay, yeah. So all the situation you have to analyze and decide from your point of perspective, that key whatever the way that like is this kind of like a something things that I would say is a kind of like a something good for me, good for him, or kind of like a something, what exactly is this thing? Okay, yeah. But still it just like it depends on you. Okay, that I mentioned, it depends on you. All right, yeah. So practicing gratefulness is a kind of like a something that helping other, I would definitely do that. Okay, yeah. But if the people actually taking granted for me, then I would kind of like a telling him no. All right, yeah. Next question. Wait. Okay, there are a couple of pointers over here. I just want to talk about stuff. All right, yeah. Keep the gratitude journal. Daily entries reflect the experience. Use a journal to reflect the positive experience with made them special and depending on the appreciation and for them. Yeah, you could do that. Okay, yeah. Express the gratitude to the other, like a thank you notes. Yeah, definitely. Like I usually say thank you to the everyone, like who, like every shopkeeper who actually bring me something. Okay, I would say thank you, वगैरह. Okay, yeah. Practice mindfulness, create gratitude ritual, visual reminder, focus on positive, volunteer and help other, practice gratitude in nature, connect with the values, incorporate gratitude into conversation. Yeah, like these are all those things you could do that thing. It's a I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing. It's a like basically it's this thing na ki being gratitude or being kind of like a something good person is not kind of like a something that ki you should supposed to be learn. It always be inside of you. Okay, yeah. And some people are being really grateful, some people are not. It depends on who they are, what they are, what is their thought process. Okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing na ki I don't know, dude. Like I am being kind of like a something grateful, yeah, grateful, yeah, gratitude, yes. But still, I wanted to kind of like a something. I don't know, dude. Okay, yeah, I'm living in India. Okay, yeah, and there are a lot of things. Okay, like basically the people who actually kind of like taking control of you. There are a lot of people are exist here. Lot of like people are taking advantage of you. There are so many people are here, so many people are here in India. I'm talking about Indian point of perspective. If you are living in US or Europe or China or somewhere, maybe the people who are there are very polite, we are kind of like something very good, then might be their situation might be something very different. Okay, yeah, definitely is this thing because the surrounding is literally matter over here. Okay, I'm living in India, so basically in India there are so many toxic people are here. Okay, so many, and the people are actually taking advantage of here are so much. Okay, as compared to like maybe US has the same thing, Europe might be have, but China and Japan, and then like basically the people are very polite over there. Okay, like in the China or in kind of like a Japan or in South Korea or kind of like a something Southeast Asia, not Southeast, but yeah, people are very polite over there. Okay, but I'm talking about as in the Indian point of perspective, people are really crazy over here, like super toxic. That's why we have very thick skin. All right. Next question.